Ivan Pavlov was a Russian physiologist, psychologist, and physician in the late 1800s and early 1900s. He is well known for his research on classical conditioning. During the 1890s, Pavlov discovered that his dogs would salivate whenever he entered the room, even when he was not bringing them food. He then set out to investigate why this was. Pavlov knew that a dog did not need to learn to salivate when they see food. They have this response pre-programmed into their brains. Therefore, he considered this response the unconditioned response, because it did not require any learning. Pavlov soon discovered that any objects or events that his dogs learned to associate with the food would trigger the same salivating response. Pavlov tested this discovery by introducing a neutral stimulus to the dogs, a bell. Pavlov rang the bell before every time that he fed his dogs. Eventually, after many repeats of the procedure, the dogs began to associate the bell with being fed. So, whenever they heard the bell, they would begin to salivate. The neutral stimulus then became the conditioned stimulus because now the bell elicits a response, compared to before when the bell was nothing more than just a sound. I attempted to repeat the same experiment with my dog Bruno to see if I could teach him to associate a bell with a dog treat. Bruno gets a treat several times a day. He gets one after every walk, he gets two at lunch, and sometimes one after dinner. I figured it would be pretty easy for Bruno to make the association because the procedure is repeated several times a day, compared to Pavlov's dogs who only experience the procedure a few times a day during their meals.